Keith Gillenwater. Keith, welcome back to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Celebrate Jackson County might be a new name people are not yet familiar with, but everyone remembers Enterprise Group of Jackson. This is the new name.
It is the new name. Yeah, we launched our new brand in January of this year, the mid part of January. With a lot of help from JTV on our website and that kind of thing, and we've hit the ground running. So we haven't heard any negative response to it.
Yeah,
so.
That's good. And when you go through a name change, that's one of the things you worry about, right?
It is. We had a couple of people question why we made the change, and when you sit down and talk about refreshing the brand and that kind of thing. But the bigger thing is when I met with some folks and they thought I was Enterprise Rent-A-Car, I'm like, well, maybe we haven't made the penetration that we thought we had. So it needed a refresh.
So tell us what you've been up to at AJC.
Yeah, so this last 6 months, 7 months, I guess now that we've been up to, a lot of marketing, right, with the name change and the rebrand. It's trying to make sure everybody knows who you are now, right? We spend a lot of time with site selector outreach. That's the audience that we market to a lot, the people that potentially can bring new projects to us. And so just last month, we did a familiarization tour where we brought some consultants in and we hosted them in conjunction with Experience Jackson and Lenaway Now down at the Firekeepers 400 at MIS. So that was a good time.
I think I saw you on Pit Road at one point.
Oh, man, you may have. I mean, it's a long day, right? You never know where you're going to end up after the 7th hour, right?
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of that, and then a lot of projects too. Yeah. We have a new. We launched some new target industries, kind of recast those. Some of the industries that we were focusing on, at least on our website, were kind of from a pre-COVID era. Back office support and sorts of things like that just aren't as popular now, with not everybody back in their offices. And so a recasting of that and a refocusing of our efforts.
What are some of the industries that you are looking to attract to Jackson County?
So building off of the success of some of our companies, like in the food space, like Dawn Foods, for example, food and beverage, we think is a real opportunity for us. Defense manufacturing, we have a lot of, in precision machining, metals and precision machining are two separate industries that we're focusing on. We have a lot of companies that are actually supporting the defense industry that you maybe just don't know that they're supporting the defense industry. One of the best things about my job is I get an opportunity to kind of be in the know when I walk through a factory and talk about some of the things that they're doing. So we think that's a real opportunity, and it plays well with the Apex Accelerator that we also host here through our office as well. And automotive, advanced mobility. So thinking about things like the Blue Oval plant, or the changeover that Mackey did in the last couple of years of bringing in electric compressors and that kind of thing. Still will always be tied to automotive to some degree, but automotive's changing and we need to change as well.
Keith, how important are our current businesses that we have here to attracting new industries?
Absolutely. So on a number of fronts, right? Being able to have businesses that are so ingrained in the community, that were started by families that are still here, that's a heck of a calling card of a selling point for your community, right? And you can talk to and you can show them a Dawn, or you can show them an Alro or something like that. So that's a big deal. But then, at the end of the day, industries like to cluster together. Like-minded industries that are doing similar things like to be where others are doing the same thing. They find some comfort knowing that they have a workforce that knows what they're doing in that industry, that know how to run that particular machine, and those kinds of things. And so that's a big part. And so, the biggest part of our economic development strategy is always focusing on those existing businesses, helping them grow, because that's what sells the next guy coming in.
Did you know that in Jackson County, we have a company that makes the hook that catches the cable on the aircraft carriers in the U.S.?
I didn't know that.
You stumped me too.
Really?
Yep.
It's the second time today you've stumped me.
Say it again, the hook that...
It makes the hook that catches the cable that stops the planes on the aircraft carrier from...
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So we broadcast our podcast last week. We
Yes.
recorded at the Learning Fair at
Yeah.
Northwest, and one of the companies we were talking to found out that they make the mold for Pringles chips.
Really?
So that forms the actual mold for
amazing.
Pringles. That they make those molds.
Right
That's
here.
not what that company is known for.
Really?
But yeah.
A lot of people, we were talking about Chipotle, when you talk about, and I think, that's what you get. People, they ask you what because we were trying to get, what was a big outdoor store?
Bass Pro
Bass
Shops.
Pro.
Bass Pro Shops,
I mean,
yeah.
there was a period of time where everyone thought, oh, we're getting a Bass Pro Sports.
There was a period of time where you thought that I cost that project coming here
I think you did.
because I
What'd you do?
talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you look
I
at
was
it,
young.
a couple opportunities. I think we've got all that, a beautiful highway, I-94, with all that. Plus, we're so close to Canada. I mean, there must be some international opportunities because we are so close.
Yeah, so there are absolutely international opportunities for us in Jackson County. I mean, I think a lot of people know that we have international investment that's already occurred here. Primarily, when you think of like a Mackie as a Toyota Denso plant, right, in our automotive industry. But we actually have 7 countries that are represented with investment here in Jackson County, and so. This isn't a new idea. They've already been happening without us having a strategy around it. And so my thought process, and something I've had success with in the future or in my past, has been, okay, how do we build upon that? First of all, are there opportunities with those companies that are already here, kind of like what we were talking about with the existing business strategy? Are there opportunities to go and visit the headquarters of that company and say, thank you for making an investment in Jackson County? And by the way, what are your other opportunities? And so I think that's a big piece. But then I think there's opportunities to build upon that. And so we undertook an international business strategy earlier this year. Not only did they help us recast our target industries, but they gave us some ideas of where to target and how to do that.
The company that makes that hook is American Tooling Centers in Grass Lake.
Oh, that's
There
awesome.
you go.
You've got a capital
Yeah,
campaign.
before we let you go, we got to talk about that real
Yes. We launched our new Accelerate 2030 capital campaign. Our economic development organization is about 84% privately funded. I think that's sometimes a misnomer about economic development. We're only about 16% publicly funded through our fee-for-service and managed entities, some of the Blackman Townships, LDFA, and those kinds of things that we manage. So we are launching that capital campaign, Accelerate 2030. It's critical to our success and what we want to do. And if not us, then who?
That's right.
Awesome. Well, we hope everyone jumps on board and invests in our community's future. Keith, great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me
Thanks,
in.
Keith.
Thanks.
Keith Gillenwater, President and CEO of Accelerate Jackson County. More of the morning show after this.